What's up YouTube, Bismath here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to talk about the differences between PropStream and Listsource. So I'm going to go over the pros and cons of each and what different platforms has to offer, and also going to dive right into the different softwares, and we're going to pull the exact same list to see how many records we pull up, if we have similar data and whatnot. So be sure to comment down below on which software you prefer. Do you all prefer PropStream over Listsource or Listsource over PropStream? And the different type of data that you're looking for in your real estate business. And comment down below if you're just doing wholesaling. On this channel, we mostly talk about wholesaling because that's what I'm doing at the moment. Or if you're just doing, if you're a realtor, or if you're doing fix and flips, or just holding rentals, comment down below on which real estate genre you're in, and how do you use these softwares to better your business. Now, I have to preface this is a disclaimer. I have used both softwares before, but currently I'm on the PropStream side a little bit, and so I do have an affiliate link down below. So if you all interested, if you all sign up, 7-day free trial, but if you all go on to actually purchase a subscription, I get a percentage of that. But let's get right into it. So PropStream versus Listsource. And as you can see, I haven't edited out presentation subtitle, so it's all good. So number one is, what are they? So what are these platforms for anyone who's curious? So number one, they are data aggregators combining every bit of real estate information into one easy to use online software system. And so they include different information from the properties, owner's information, their name, when did they buy this property, how long have they owned it, the amount of equity they hold in the property, do they live in the property, or are they absentee owners where they don't live in the property, let's say it's a rental, or if it's just a vacant property. That's some of the real estate information that they provide in their software systems. So they're a great lead source for real estate professionals, realtors, investors like fix and flippers, people, landlords, and wholesalers, and the whole gamut of real estate professionals who want to build targeted direct marketing lists. They provide targeted leads for several industries outside of real estate as well. And so yeah, so you build this list to directly contact these owners, these property owners, whether that's through cold calling, or whether that's through direct mail, text messaging, other things like that. So pricing. So PropStream, they operate around $97 a month or $99 a month. I've seen both, so I don't know the difference, to be honest. Um, so that's how much their software is, and with that monthly subscription cost, you get probably, I think, is up to 10,000 leads for that month. And so if you're not a big time real estate professional, doing millions of dollars a month, I mean, $99 for 10,000 leads will work for most people, let's say. But if you're making like six figures or more a month, you may be pulling more than 10,000 leads a month. And so with list source on the other side, if you just it's not based off of a subscription if you don't want to. So it's around 30 cents to 45 cents a lead, which is kind of more on the expensive side, but they do provide good quality leads. I did use Listsource before, and I was on a subscription for $99 a month with Yellow Letter HQ. It's a direct mailing mailer house system, and you can get those leads for 3 cents uh, for every lead if you're on that subscription. So you pay $99 a month, and every lead will be 3 cents. And so you kind of see the difference. Like PropStream, yeah, you can pay that $99 and you can get 10,000 leads for free. But on ListSource, let's say you sign up with a third party like Yellow Letter, $99 a month, but you still have to pay for each lead you get. So that's some of the differences between pricing. So as you can see, Listsource is kind of more on the expensive side. But if you're just wanting to pull a few lists, maybe you can go for that 30 cents a lead. But they do have a minimum requirement if you don't have a subscription that you have to order at least $50 worth of leads in order to download a list. So let's say you only pull lists once every 3 months. List source can work, even though it's more on the expensive side if you're consistently pulling lists and whatnot. All right, you all. So I found this article online that just talks about Listsource, the different features it offers. I'm going to link the source down below so you all can read it on your own and just to give them credit and whatnot. This is from reauthority.com. It's about a review on Listsource. So they just provided different things that Listsource provide. As you all can see, you have these different filters and criteria that you can filter your data by proper location. So by all of these different filter state, county, city, zip code, area, census, different things like that. You can even filter it by the property type, bedrooms, baths, owner demographics, the income, the age, ethnicity, which is crazy with Listsource. I'm not sure if PropStream does it to that degree, but I did see that option on Listsource. I don't know how accurate it is, but yeah. So owners purchasing behavior patterns, mortgage data, home equity data, and then they have also different lists that you can build up easily, like these pre-built quick lists like absentee owners, equity, foreclosure, insurance, and different things like that. And then down here in the article, they talk about the different lists, pre-built lists that you can grab without pulling up any like doing much filtering to it because it's already filtered. You just have to put your zip code in, and you can download the list directly. And then he starts talking about the plans and prices of that. And so now looking at PropStream, I would say it's a more robust system for sure. So they have all this information. It's kind of like the MLS where you can pull up data directly from the website. And you can pull up the house without even downloading the lead. And so that's what you get with having that subscription service. So on Listsource, as we're going to see, you just download the list. You can't like click on a property or click on a specific data input and it show up and you can read um, different things about it. But PropStream provides that. And similar things, property details, all these stuff. Now I'm getting all these ads, MLS details, tax information, owner details, a lot of pre-foreclosure, foreclosure lists. You got these auction, vacant housing, liens, free and clear properties, which is pretty cool. And then they have like estimators on their website. Um, Customer service, you can email them, different things like that. Of course, they have, some cons that he mentioned here. I think one thing was just the help section. You wish they had help sections because they do have instructional videos, but actually having a help section would be beneficial. This author was saying that. And then he thought that the font was a little bit too small. There's a lot of data on PropStream, so they really have to confine their space a little bit. You can just enlarge your screen, zoom in your screen a little bit if that's the issue, but you'll just be dragging a cursor and scrolling up and down and sideways a little bit more. So that's what PropStream, some features that they offer. And then another thing that PropStream has, you can skip trace directly from their service. You can send out direct mail. You can, and that's something that Listsource doesn't provide. Of course, those things cost money, but it's good to have everything in one place, and PropStream provides that. So right now, we're just going to go directly on these two websites. I have Listsource right here and my PropStream right here, and we're just going to put a zip code in, absentee, your classic wholesaling real estate, absentee high equity list. And so let's start with list source. So right here, you just can do create your own. And we're going to filter our geography by zip code. So right here, we're just gonna put zip code. We're gonna put in our state. I'm gonna put Tennessee since I'm in Tennessee. I'm in the Chattanooga area, so I'm going to put a hot zip code. If you guys are interested, this is a really good zip code. So that's a gold nugget for you all. And then once again, I'm going to put these two articles down below if you guys want to give them credit, and then if you all want to look up that information down below, read those articles yourself. So I put the zip code. Next, we're going to go to property information, and then we're just going to do a simple equity look to it, and we're just going to do 70 to 100%. It's high equity, right? We don't want no low equity properties. So right now we're down to 2617. And then I want to do property type also. So let's just keep it to, let me see, single family properties. Usually I put unknown equity and stuff like that, but this is just for tutorial purposes. So we do single family, still, around 2100. And then I want to do last market sell date. So this tells me they haven't recently bought the property. So what I'm going to do it from, I'm just going to put 1900 to 2005. So that's basically they own this property for at least 15 years or more. Let's see how low that goes. So we're down to 936. Another thing you can do is you can do I think they have ownership. Well, I think that's in actually PropStream. So they own this property for 15 years or more. So far we have the zip code, we have equity 70% or more, and we have last market sell date, which is how long they own the property. So it's 15 years or more. Next, they have demographics, but I'm going to go straight to options where they have this option where you can just do absentee own. So these are properties that people own but they don't live in. So we're down to 124 lists of people. And so I'm not going to download this list, but that's the number that we have. And this includes in-state and out-of-state. So we're going to actually exclude trustee-owned properties. So that's down to 114, and then exclude that. So out of this list, out of this criteria, on Listsource, we have 114 leads. And if I go to purchase this list, it might be a little bit too low for me to purchase because I don't have a subscription and they have a $50 minimum. So right now we have $23 for this list. However, since I don't have a subscription with Listsource or any other thing, their minimum to order is $50. So that's something to consider. So let's just do the same exact criteria here on PropStream. So PropStream is way more robust and they have all these different features and these pre-created lists right in your face, where Listsource you kind of have to look for them on your own. So yeah, we're just going to put in that zip code 37421. Boom. And so you see all these pre-created lists. It has unique properties, 18,000. We can click some of these, like click just the vacant ones, but I want to filter it in so we can really show the comparison between Listsource and PropStream. So right here, owner occupied. So this is a no. And then this is occupant status. So is this property being occupied either by a tenant or is it vacant? But since this is not owner occupied, it can't be occupied by a owner. It will be occupied by a um, tenant, which is a really cool feature that they have. And then the next thing we do, we can look at property characteristics. So I'm just gonna go down and show you all what they offer. You know, you can even filter it down to by bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and other things like that. MLS status, so you can we can know if it's on market or off market and different things like that. Most likely we don't want this on market, so I'm going to click no right here. And then next, pre-foreclosure, you can put information about that. But I want to do ownership information. So right here, you could do years of ownership. So that's good. Instead of me putting last sell date, you can put the actual years, which is 15 years. But for comparison's sake, I'm just going to do the exact same as I did back here. So let me just go back to this. Remember, so 1900 to 200 and 2005, I said 200. Last market sell day 04/23/1900. Are they letting me put the 1900? Oh. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Let's see how low this can go right here. Let's just scroll down here. Let's see how low this can go. If I can even do that. Oh my goodness, we're in the 70s, we're in the 60s, we're in the 50s, we're in the Alright, I'm being silly. Okay, so we're in the 20s. Okay. Let's see how low can you go. How low? Oh my goodness, you can go to 1899? What? Boom. So we have April 23, 1990. Let's just click that. Boom. And then we're going to do till 2005. Let's see if they actually did 1900, man. Okay, they did do 1900 because there's two zeros here, so I'm thinking maybe they're thinking 2000. Hopefully they didn't. I think they are because I'm looking right here and there's only 2001, 2004. Okay, there's 1998 right here. Okay. I think we're good. We're good. All right, and so the next thing we wanted to do, so we did, we have to look for equity. All right. So we go right here to valuation and equity information. And then we put estimated equity. You can do it by number or by percentage. So we're just going to do 70 to 100%, which is the max. All right. So is there anything that we got the equity, we got the last market sell date, and we got, okay, so property type single family. That's something we have to do. So let's go to property characteristics, and then we're just going to do single family just like that. Boom. And then making sure absentee, owned in state or out of state, it doesn't matter. I don't think. All right. Here we go. So we got ownership information, absentee owner location. So even here you can put all. So whether they're local, out of country, out of state. Wow, they have out of country. So again, they have this feature too, just like they have that feature in Listsource. So there's one thing that I wanted to look at real quick. In Listsource, you can actually go to property I think it's the last market sell date. Is it the last market sell date? Let me see. Okay, right here. So in PropStream, you can put unknown sell dates. So sometimes if a property is owned for a while, you may not be able to find this information, last market sell date. So I love the fact that right here in PropStream, you have that option to include unknown sell dates. Let's say your list is small or is very defined, very filtered down. If you want to include unknown sell dates, you can do that. And usually with unknown sell dates, those are older houses, houses that were bought, more than 20 years ago. So those are good houses to go after. And I don't really see that option here on Listsource. I never saw that option. However, in Listsource, when you go to equity, they have this option known as unknown equity, and that again, I use that often too. Usually, if property doesn't, they don't have the information about the equity, usually that's a property that someone's owned for a while, and that's a good property to go after. So unknown equity, I don't think I saw that option here on PropStream, but let's look again. So we're on valuation and equity info. All right. And I just don't see that option. Maybe I'm missing out things or something, but I haven't seen that that option on PropStream. So yeah, we can just close this away, and we have 257 properties, and with Listsource we have 114. So what in the world did we get wrong, right? We had the same exact criteria, but for some reason PropStream is almost a double, right? Because as you all see, there's still loan balances, 2001. They're both absentees, 2005. They're still around the same amount. So yeah, for some reason, and so that's something you have to consider with looking at the two. The amount of data, and honestly, Listsource always gave me good data, and PropStream always gave me good data. So I don't know what the discrepancy is. Maybe the way I was filtering things in or out. I picked, let's see, zip code, equity. I did all that. I did that. Mailing address complete. Maybe that may be an option. Maybe they're including other things, and I exclude. Okay, here it goes. Exclude trustee owned and exclude corporate. Let's see if I need to filter that even more. Let me go back to that. Ownership information. Here we go. Individual. Wow. Okay, let's see the list now. 197. Okay, that's a little bit closer. 114, 197. It's good that I looked at that option over here. Yeah, and so I guess that's the discrepancy. That was a major discrepancy. We got out like 60 leads from that. And yeah, and so one thing I want to highlight with PropStream, let's just look at this property right here. So right here is just so much value, so much content, so much they're giving you here. They give you the picture of the property, the valuation of it, how much is left, estimated mortgage balance, which is so amazing. Like having this information, I wish I had it earlier. They have the owner's information, the mailing address. As you can see, this is actually probably most likely in rental because the mailing address for the owner is in Texas. And you get that just, of course this is absentee because that's what we put in the filter. But yeah, so you get that information. You have the MLS information. You have comparables nearby. You have tax information. So you get all of this information, the mortgage, even like where the lender's name, like what bank did they get this mortgage and everything, an estimated loan payment. It's crazy. You can get documents, reports, you can download some, view some. I think you have to pay for some of them. But PropStream is so robust. You have a lot of these options, and of course, you have skip tracing, different campaigns you can run, whether like direct mail campaigns, create a website, send a mailer, all these online advertisements, and different things like that. And then they have the pricing for skip tracing right here. You can compare that to other skip tracing services. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this in-depth review comparing Listsource and PropStream. I'm still learning both softwares, both systems, as you all can tell. But yeah, as you all saw with Listsource, we got around 115 leads, and with PropStream, we have 197. I may be missing something that I need to filter more down with PropStream. But it's still good quality data on both sides. But please click down below to sign up for PropStream. Since I am an affiliate with them, you can get 7 days free off your first 7 days with them, and then you can start using that service if you would like to. But yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend. Should be closing the deal soon, and I'll highlight that for you all, the deal breakdown on Tuesday at 11 a.m. All right, talk to you all later. Peace.